Our first soloist is Andrew Jessup, who will play the fourth movement of Elgar's Cello Concerto. Known as a passionate musician, Andrew imparts emotion and commitment into his performances. At age 6, Andrew began learning the cello at a local elementary school to follow after his older siblings who also played string instruments. Growing up, he participated in many school orchestras and eventually joined the Lyceum Philharmonic, where he found a passion for the instrument and symphonic performance. He attended the Idlewild Music Academy the summer before starting his cello performance degree at BYU with Dr. Michelle Kessler. During his time at BYU, Andrew served as principal cellist of the BYU Chamber Orchestra and played in the BYU Philharmonic accompanying many virtuosic soloists, including renowned violinist Itzhak Perlman. Between school years, Andrew attended Green Mountain Chamber Music Festival, where he studied with Stefan Kartman. After 2 years at BYU, Andrew transferred to USU to finish his degree with Anne Francis Baylis. While away from the instrument, Andrew enjoys competitive powerlifting, hiking, and listening to Mahler's symphonic repertoire while spending time with friends and loved ones.
To me, Elgar's Cello Concerto is a piece about a composer coming to terms with futility in the world. With the culmination of World War I and his wife passing away, the composer had a new perspective on life and music. His cello concerto, written during this period and soon before his own death, reflects the ideas of an anxious and emotionally torn man. The famous slow first movement begins with some of the most heartbreaking and desperate music written for the instrument, and the second and third movement continue to develop these complicated feelings. The fourth movement, which I will be playing with the orchestra, feels like Elgar's last attempt to find some sort of peace with himself, but to no avail. The movement begins with a recitative-like passage on the cello, which introduces the main theme and recalls the beginning of the first movement of the concerto. It soon launches into the main body of the movement, which is filled with memorable moments shared by both cello and orchestra, until it slows to a halt and the anguished final section of the concerto begins. To me, this final section is Elgar's last attempt to resolve the conflict within himself. The turbulent harmony by the orchestra and the frequent interruptions by the soloist feel like the composer arguing with himself to feel like he has control on a world that has forgotten him. Eventually, Elgar's thoughts fail him, and we hear the stunning return of the first movement, and the concerto accelerates to a fiery conclusion.